Hello friends, myself Kiran Pandram Padil from Anandivai Ravrane Arts, Commerce and Science College, Vaibhavwadi. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, the whole world is stuck at home and hence the digital era is started. As per the university circular, we are planning to do online video lectures for students. In my first lecture, we is useful for those students who are appeared in TYBSc semester 5. In my first lecture, we are going to discuss some basic definitions of probability and distribution theory. So let's start definitions. First definition is random experiment. Before going to explain random experiment, first we see that what means experiment. So experiment is any procedure or process which has one or more than one results or outcomes. So what is random experiment? In the word random, the uncertainty is come. If each trial of an experiment conducted under identical condition, the outcomes or results is not unique, but may be any one of the possible outcome, then such an experiment is called as random experiment. That means an experiment conducted under identical condition which has one or more than one outcomes that are all known to us, but resultant outcome is not known. For example, tossing a coin. In a tossing a coin experiment, there are two outcomes. First one is head and second one is tail. So after performing the experiment, that means after tossing a coin, we cannot say that it is head occurred or tail occurred. Hence it is a random experiment. Another example is throwing a die in a gambling. Second definition is outcome. The result of an experiment will be called as outcome. For example, in a random experiment of tossing a coin, head and tail are the two outcomes. Third definition is trial and events. Any particular performance of random experiment is called as trial. That means if you are going to perform a tossing a coin experiment, when we are tossed a coin first time, it is a first trial, and outcome or combination of outcome are termed as events, and the results head and tail or both head and tail, HT, H or T is termed as events. There are two types of events. First one is simple event and second one is compound event. In simple event, only one element is there, and in compound event, more than one, that means two or more elements are occurred in that set. So next definition is sample space. A well-defined set of all possible outcomes called as sample space, and it is denoted by script S or capital S. Next definition is exhaustive events. When two or more events forms the sample space collectively, then it is called as exhaustive events. That means if two events A and B forms the sample space, that means union of that two events gives us a sample space, then these two events A and B is called as exhaustive events. Next definition is mutually exclusive events. In the mutually exclusive events are said to be mutually exclusive or incompatible if no two or more events can happen simultaneously. That means if A and B are two events, then the common or intersection of that two event is a null set, is called as mutually exclusive event. So let's consider a random experiment of throwing a die. Then sample space is S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is given in the presentation. Then let's consider the three events x, y, z such that x is the event of odd number, y is the event of even number, and z is the number greater than 3 in an experiment of throwing a die. Then the events are x is equal to 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, y is 2, 4, 6, and z is 4, 5, 6. Then now x and y together form sample space means x union y gives an element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means x union y means either x is occur or y is occur or both is occur. Then hence x and y is are called as exhaustive events. Also x intersection y is null set. Null set means the set having no any element. So in that case, the x consists of odd numbers, y consists of even numbers. Hence, the intersection simultaneous occurrence of x and y is a null set. Hence, there is no common point or number, and hence this is x and y are called as mutually exclusive event. But in above example, x and z has a common point 5, and it cannot be 2 is not a element in the x and z. Hence, it cannot form a sample space. Hence, x and z or y and z are not mutually exclusive or exhaustive events. So, next definition is equally likely event. When the chance of happening of two events are same, they are known as equally likely events. There is no reason to expect one in preference to others. That means for each event has an equal chance to occur is called as equally likely events. If we toss a coin, there are equal chance of getting head or tail. Hence, getting head or tail by tossing a coin are equally likely events. So, next definition is mathematical or classical or a priori probability. So, this probability, this definition of probability is given by James Bernoulli, and is if a random experiment or a trial results in an exhaustive, mutually exclusive and equally likely outcome, out of which m are favorable to the occurrence of an event E, then the probability P of occurrences of E, usually denoted by P of E, is given by P is equal to P of E is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of cases, that means m divided by n. So, for example, in a tossing a coin, probability of getting head is, that means probability of getting head, so H is the only one favorable case and total number of cases are head and tail. So, these are two cases. So, probability of getting head is equal to 1 divided by 2. In second example, probability of getting an even number in throwing a single fair die experiment is. So, getting an even number in a single fair die, throwing a single fair die, favorable cases are 2, 4 and 6. There are 3 favorable cases, and the total number cases are, which are given in earlier slide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means sample space, number of elements in sample space, which are 6. Hence, the probability termed as 3 by 6. So, next, limitations of classical probability. There are two main limitations of classical probability. As total number of cases in denominator, if the total number of cases are infinite, then the classical probability fails. Also, if the events are not equally likely, then the classical probability may be biased. So next, statistical or empirical probability. If an experiment is performed repeatedly under essentially homogeneous and identical conditions, then the limiting value of the ratio of the number of times the event occurs to the number of trials, as the number of trials are indefinitely large, is the probability of happening of an event. It being assumed that is the limit finite and unique. So the statistical or empirical probability has denoted by P is equal to P of E is equal to limit as n tends to infinity m divided by n. As earlier, the classical probability is modified through the limit condition over n tends to infinity. So the assignment for you is find the probability of number of failures before first success is occurred in coin tossing experiment. So this is the assignment for you. Next, subjective probability. Sometimes the probabilities of occurrence of corresponding events are assigned by individuals and are based on their personal judgment, wisdom, intuition and expertise. These probabilities are called as subjective probabilities. For example, an old man says that the chance of rain on a particular day is 60%. So this type of judgmental probability is called as subjective probability. So next definition is axiomatic definition of probability. Let's consider P of A is a probability function defined on sigma field B, where sigma field is a field closed under finite countable union or intersection and closed under complementation. So sigma field B of event, if the following properties or axioms are hold. So axioms first, A1 is for each A belongs to B, P of A is real and which is greater than equal to 0. Also, we know that probability of any event A is less than 1. So probability is always lies between 0 to 1. Second assumption is that probability of sample space is equal to 1, exactly equal to 1, occurrence of sample space. And axiom 3 is if An is any finite or infinite sequence of disjoint event, that means intersection between Ai and Aj, I is not equal to J, is equal to null set, then probability of union of Ai is equal to probability of summation of probability of Ai. So these are some basic definitions we studied in first lecture. So if any queries, then draft me in this mail. So thanks for the first lecture.